What's happening, niggas? And niggas. Sorry, that's funny. Hey, what's happening, y'all? I came in here because I seems like people taking my videos, cutting them up like dope, and making similar videos out of them. So, shorty, I seen somebody send me a video the sister made. She asked some questions. She said, PH, I was pissed off one day. My company, some things going on my paper that I wasn't really liking, okay? And it had me pissed off. So I was talking crazy. I was talking crazy because I was pissed off. So, you be pissed, you be talking shit. But she was like, PH, well, why you didn't tell on the trucking company? Let me go ahead and solve it. Let me help you out with that. Why didn't I tell on the trucking company? Because I'm not a rat. Yeah, you heard me right. I'm not a rat. Yeah, it just wouldn't sit right on my spirit walking down the DOT. Oh, the company this. I don't give a damn what the company did. It just, listen, because people throw shit, that don't mean I'm going to throw shit too. Okay? I'm not a rat. Never have been one. Not going to start now at 40-something years old. So going in there telling DOT what they doing, I don't got to do that. God going to take care of people, and I'm going to be good. Now, let's talk about the checks and the situation, my situation with the Russians. My problem and my situation came in, you'd never leave nothing up to chance with these people. You have to say everything and be on everything, because if you don't, they go be on top of them for them, and you know that. When I left, I went home on Friday. This shit run from Monday to Sunday, so I shorted myself. So that's gonna throw off things, and I already know things are how they are with them. That's gonna throw things off. My truck, every time I go home, it's some bullshit with my truck. Whose fault is that? When I drop this truck off, I dump it and I haul ass. That's not how we do it. That's not what I need to do. I have to take this truck, get my truck cleaned out, and drop my truck off the right way and make sure I don't leave nothing to you can leave nothing to chance with these people. If I walk that truck to drop the truck off, they gonna make up stuff. I gotta walk this truck in. Walk this truck in and go through it with them. That's what I'm gonna do next time. I'm work my whole full week, and I'm gonna walk my truck in there, because we're gonna alleviate all the problems where we had issues at. When I go home, we taking stuff for this truck, which it shouldn't be done. So I'm gonna be here to check my truck off to make sure before I leave that there's gonna be no hiccups and no surprises, because I checked everything off before I left. I'm gonna take my truck, go get my truck washed and clean and detail my truck before I turn in, because I don't even want to pay that $200 they're gonna charge for detailing. So I'm gonna get it all done before I go and have them sign off on me, so I know I'll be good when I'm not here. So I know I won't have that problem. Now, as far as knowing that I have to pay for this truck, I know how much money I got to pay for it. That runs from Monday to Sunday. So if I go home in a minute and part of a week, or come back in part of a week, that's going to throw shit off. So I know I got to leave on a Monday and come back on a Monday. It don't matter what else is going on. That's what I have to do. That's what I have to do. I got to start on a Monday. Ain't nothing else. And I got to finish on a Monday and turn this truck in. I know that. That's going to help me. That's going to help make the little problems I have with the Russian company I work with. The problem I have, we go fix that. Okay, we go fix that. Now, they did trump up $1,500 worth of charges. I actually got it down to $750. I told y'all the $550 for the fuel being less than what they gave it to me. And okay, I didn't know about that, but now from now on, I pay attention to the fuel, so I know where the fuel at. I'm gonna have that all checked off. Like I said again, before I turn the truck in, I'm gonna walk them through that all myself and make sure there's nothing left up to chance, to make sure I did everything myself. Now, when I made that video about them taking my money, it was because in the heat of the moment, I was tripping, I was upset, and I was pissed. But at the end of the day, I'm just not a rat. I'm not a rat. So, somebody, yeah, we have problems, issues, we can't work it out, I'm just gonna leave. But I'm not gonna be a rat. That's like a sour taste in my mouth. When I just thought about it, I was so mad just talking trash. But at the end of the day, bro, cooler heads prevail, bro. I'm just not a rat. I'm not a rat. Nor will I ever be one. I know the problems in the company I work with, the Russians I work with. I know how to fix that. So I'm gonna fix that. Because here's another thing. We talk about the problems and the issues. One thing I can say with them, when I sit down and explain something to me right there, you know what I mean? And I know how they go play. I know how they play. So that means I got to be on my, can't leave nothing up to chance. I got to be on my square. It's like, well, PH, why deal with that? Why deal with that? Because let me tell you something. My friend, she don't work for the Russians. She don't work for the Russians. But she work over there at the company, and she get about 1,800 miles a week at 55 cents a mile. And there's a lot of that going on. We talking about, you think about, oh man, why people keep taking chances with the Russian? Have you seen some of these other trucking jobs? Have you seen how much they pay? You know, I seen jobs, people stay out 30 days, want you to have 2 and 3 days off. Come on, man. Come on. Come on. Come on. And restrictions. I don't like restrictions. I'm not even going to talk about it, but certain restrictions I don't like. The Russians, I don't have to deal with that. And I like that. I don't have to deal with certain restrictions. I believe that when I'm tired, I need to go to sleep. And I believe when I have energy to drive, I need to drive. No matter, some days I may have energy to drive for 15 hours. If I got it, I need to be able to drive it. I don't need nobody to tell me, because Tito and Bobby can't stay awake. You can't either. That don't work for me. Nobody can make you do nothing with the Russians you don't want to do. Nobody. Everybody doing shit of their own free will. And somebody tell you, oh, they forcing me. Man, they ain't forcing you. You made a decision to do that. Ain't nobody forcing me to run when I don't want to run. That's period. I'm not going nowhere that's putting me under that type of situation. But a lot of people work for the Russians because a lot of the other stuff is trash. Yeah, sometimes you take losses here and there, but think about it. Why are people willing to take them losses? People, you don't hear that. We're not talking about the other side of the story. People talking how much money they made. Some people made more money than they made with the Russians in 36 days, and they made on that BS job for 6 months. That's why we take the chances. The industry is so messed up. We acting like the industry, oh, the industry is just a great place. No, it's not. No, it's not. Why people going with the Russians, knowing how the Russians play? Why people going with the Russians? That's the only way you're going to make some money. It's the only way you're going to make some money. Come on now. Let's be serious here. Let's be serious. What else? What else? They go work for Swift for one of them? Yeah. All right. Like I said, I'm at the Russians because I get 3 weeks off. Listen, let me go ahead and let's get another example. Truck drivers, let's talk to you. I've been off for 9 weeks this year. 9 weeks this year. Yeah, and I told you those problems, that's because I didn't turn my truck in. I didn't finish my week out. I'm ready to haul ass and leaving stuff up to chance. You don't leave nothing up to chance, they're going to penalize you. So if you know how to game, if you know how to play the game the way it's supposed to be played. They're going to penalize you if you do it that way. I'm telling you that right now. And I done learned that and I done seen that. So why do it again? We're not going to do that again. But it's a learning experience. Like, the girl was like, PH, why you not leaving? Why am I not leaving? I get 3 weeks off. I just got to manage the other little issues we have, and that's dropping that truck off and getting that straight. I done figured that out, how to do that. I done figured that part out. My gross is $91.50 this week. The reason why that check was tore up like that last week, because there was like a lot of stuff going on. I owed from when I was leaving. That was like a partial days, and I came back on a partial. Now the whole week it was a lot going on. That's why it seemed like, that's why I posted that check, because like, I wasn't even, it was 3 different things going on. It was like a part of this week, a part of this week, and a week. It was a lot going on. So it seemed like 11,000 I got whooped like that, but it was really 3 different weeks combined into one. It really wasn't like that. It really wasn't like that. I just posted it, just talking trash, just for content. Really, just posted it. Now the one when I was out the country, and you know, that stuff with the truck, that really had me tight. But like I said, I left that truck up to chance again. I'll walk this truck in with them this time, and we gonna go through it, everything. We're not gonna do no charges, and we gonna get the sign-off sheet, and we're taking that to the office. Okay, so we're not gonna play no games. So I'm gonna be there with them this time. All that you playing it, we writing this and that. We're not writing none of that shit, cause I'm gonna be there with you. I'm like, and I'm gonna tell them that too. I'm like, you know, every time I'm going, y'all be. It's the people down at the truck where I drop the truck off at. There's this one black dude. He light skinned, but he act like a white boy. Act like he only like being black. I hate motherfuckers like that. He act like he only want a black. Got a white girlfriend and everything. I was thinking, but anyway, he just act like he only like black folk. Real light skinned motherfucker. You know, he down there. It's him or that other 2 dudes. I'm like, man, what's going on down here? I'm there. I'm really, man, what's happening now? This how y'all do, folk? I mean, I want to know who was charging the truck up. I don't care. I want to know who doing it. Because I know when I come there and turn my truck in, we ain't playing none of that shit. We ain't playing none of that. So all that, man, we playing games with the truck charging up. No, we ain't doing none of that. So when I leave in October, we're not going to play them games. But why, PH, why you won't leave? Well, I won't leave. My check still be $2,000-3,000 with all that BS going on. $2,000-3,000. That's what I need to see. And I go over to work with Tito and Bobby, they ain't gonna be $2,000-3,000, and they gonna be forcing me to take 34s and all the other weird shit that I'm not trying to do at all. So that, yeah, so just y'all wanna know, damn, I wonder why PH didn't do that. Nah, I didn't do that because that was a sucker move to do that shit. I'm not doing that. That's rat shit. I'm not associated with no rat, nor will I ever be. Okay? So that's why I didn't go take all that stuff down at DOT, because that's not who I am. I'm not gonna do no shit. I'm talking trash, man. Oh, yeah, pissed off, blah, 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 blah. But it was just talking shit. You know, even if I sever ties with these folk, I'm stepping top of them folk. I mean, I know I had to get down. I'm getting down. I'm not gonna move like that, cause that's just not me. I'm not a rat. I'm just not a rat. Like, God gonna take care of me. I'm gonna be all right. Just gonna work out. I figured out how to manage my stuff over here. I figured out how to manage my situation over here. Like I said, I've been off for 3 weeks. I've been off for 9 weeks this year. How many weeks have you been off, truck driver? How many? Ask yourself, truck driver. We are in the month of August. Matter of fact, I call my little sister. Shout out my sister. It's her birthday today. Let me call her. I'm glad I peeped that. My sister's birthday today. And ask yourself, truck driver, how many weeks have you been off this year? I've been off 9 weeks so far this year, and I'm gonna take another 3 weeks in October for my birthday with the Russians. With the Russians. Cut me a $2,000-3,000 check with the Russians. So you hear all the bad. We're not over here just because we want to just run over here and they da-da-da. Run over here because we be getting some money over here. All the other stuff y'all be talking about, don't nobody really care. All right? Talk about the other companies outside the Russians. They may not skin you right off, but they're not paying nothing. They're not my homegirl. She work at Abilene. Abilene, which is Swift Night. You know, they bought them like they ate up a bunch of companies to pay them bird feed. She get 1,800 miles a week at 55 cents, and she running OTR. Is that a better deal than taking your chances with the Russians? I don't know. I'll take my chances in Chicagoland, because that type of running right there and that type of truck driving right there, I'm not doing that. Okay, they're not beating her, but I check $600-700 a week. That's not a beat as well? 6 years experience, that's not a beat as well? Because to me, that's a beat. That's a beat, just like the Russians took my check when I go home. That's a beat. But I'd rather manage that, try and manage with them. Because I know how to stop that truck situation. So I stop them from taking that money. I know how to stop that. But what about the trucking company who paid me 55 cents and give me 1,800 miles? What do we do about that? There's no legal recourse. That's what it is. And taxes coming out. Remember, we got to pay that too. Come on, man. So we go talk about it, talk about all of it. People go to Chicagoland because they just don't want to truck drive for crumbs. Hey, you may take losses up there, but you take a chance to get some money too. That's why we all do it. So in case y'all was wondering and asking, 2 things in. Hey, PH, why you didn't? No, because I'm not a rat. I'll leave that up to y'all. That's not my thing. My issues with the Russians, I can fix that and manage that. I think everybody need to worry about themselves. What a choice. Take my chances with the Russians, or go like my homegirl and drive 1,800 miles a week, OTR, for 55 cents a mile. Yeah. Okay, I'll stick with the Russians.